I'm going to make a square in a square block and a snowball block. First we'll do the square in a square. I've cut a square at 4 3/4 inches, and using the half square triangle I have cut 4 3-inch finished half square triangles. I will now use the trim guide to take off the points. If you remove the points from those triangles, it is so much easier to align them with the square. So I'll just put the guide over the fabric. The guides are now hitting the edge of the fabric. I will hold the fabric through the hole in the middle, take off the tips, spin the piece around, turn over the tool, put the guides to the edge of the fabric again and take off the tips. Now I will pin them together, and as you can see I have straight edge to straight edge pinning. So I will sew that with a scant 1/4 inch seam allowance. I will sew this one on, and then this one. I have sewn the first 2 triangles to the square. I have pressed the seam allowances out. As you can see, I have left the dog ears on at this stage. This gives me something to align the next triangle with. So I will pin one down, pin the other end in place. I will now stitch with a scant 1/4 inch seam allowance. I will do the same on the other side. For the snowball block, I have cut a 5 1/2 inch square and 2-inch finished half square triangles. Now, putting the trim guide up, I now have a little triangle that I'm taking out at the corner. The guides are hitting the edge of the fabric and I just trim off the points. Spin it around and do the same on the other side. Flip the tool, guides to the edge of the fabric, hold the fabric down through the hole and take off the points. Now, align your straight edges with the edge of your square and bring your ruler, place it so that the ruler edge is at the edge of that triangle. Hold it down and take off the corner. Work your way around the square, pin the piece on, and then stitch with a scant 1/4 inch seam allowance. Now that I've sewn the other triangles to the square in a square block, I have beautiful points here. I just have to trim off the dog ears. And my square in a square block is finished. For the snowball block, I have pressed the points out, so all my seam allowances are going out, and that is my snowball block finished.